Ducks hockey is brought to you by Jeep Cherokee. Built free. Visit Jeep.com or your local dealer to begin your adventure today. And by AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. The UVerse revolves around you. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT.
The Ducks are in the state of hockey. And it is bad holiday sweater night here at the XL Energy Center in St. Paul. And I got to tip my cap to the fans of the Minnesota Wild. They took it to heart, and they have gone with it big time here tonight. The fans, the staff, everyone in attendance wearing some pretty bad Christmas holiday sweaters. Time, Brian, for tonight's Honda Keys to the game.
Well, without Ryan Suter, certainly you want to put as much pressure on this Wild defense early as you possibly can. Special teams, an interesting story here. Certainly the Wild really struggling on the power play. The Ducks have been as of late. And this game, I think, is going to be one in terms of winning the battles for loose pucks. Minnesota's a skating team. They are a puck possession team. The Ducks like to play that grinding style when they are at their best.
We are underway. The officials for tonight's game. The referees are Chris Rooney and Rob Martell. The linesmen are Steve Barton and Andy McElman. And an icing call goes against Minnesota just 13 seconds into the game. So the face-off back to the right of Darcy Kemper. Kemper was in goal back on October the 17th at Honda Center in that 2-1 victory for Anaheim on the season. Kemper with 11 wins in 19 starts. He was in goal for a 2-1 win here on Wednesday night against the Montreal Canadiens. He faced only 19 shots in that win. The Wild can dominate a game. They can have an awful lot of possession time the way they have played this season. Brian, they've only been outshot 3 times in 24 games to this point this season as they go offside.
One of the highest scoring teams, too. The 6th most productive team offensively in the game. Devontae Smith-Pelly back in the middle of the ice once again. We were talking with Bruce Boudreau about his development at the center position. And he said, you know what, other than he's having a tough time in the face-off circle, positionally, he likes what he sees from Devontae Smith-Pelly. And he comes into tonight's game with Cogliano and Silverberg on his wings once again.
Smith-Pelly unable to win a whole lot of face-offs in the last game. I talked to him this morning. He said that's been the hardest part of the adjustment into the middle for him. Has been, he says, I'm going up against guys who've been taking draws and no tricks from 12 and 15 years going back. He said, I'm still trying to learn a few of them. Good job by the Ducks on the forecheck as Getzlaf able to reach out and knock down a clearing attempt. This line, of course, has Rennie Bourque on the left side tonight. A new look for Bruce Boudreau with his top line. Perry and Getzlaf joined by one of the newest Ducks.
Yeah, Boudreau says, I want to see if he can be productive with our 2 best forwards.
Bourque in deep on the forecheck and unable to get the puck away from Kyle Brodziak, and the Wild the other way. They want to change.
You know, playing with Getzlaf and Perry, you might say, well, you know, they're 2 great offensive stars. It should be pretty easy. But you have a distinct role with those guys. The Anaheim forwards that have been successful with Getzlaf. Oh, look out
here.
Great
pass, a tip pass to Kessler, who's in and he scores! Brian Kessler on a great touch pass in the neutral zone from Kyle Palmieri, and Anaheim strikes him in at 31 in.
And this is all about speed through the neutral zone, and you're right, what a great little flick pass by Palmieri. Long stretch pass right there from Cam Fowler to Palmieri. He pulls it back against the grain. Kessler's in all alone, and that's his favorite shot. I mean, we've been watching Ryan Kessler now through the first third of the regular season, and he likes to pull that puck right back into his wheelhouse and snap it about 1.5 feet off that post. The blocker side post seems to be the favorite scoring area for Kessler.
7th of the season. He now has 11 points in the last 15 games, and Anaheim has the desired start as they lead 1-0. Here's Bolesky as he Fontaine, one of the many players on this Wild roster who have a Minnesota connection, played his college hockey up the road at Minnesota Duluth. Now heads back to the bench. The Ducks will regroup. Fowler with another sharp pass all the way through the neutral zone. Bourque pulls up and spins it down low for Perry. Perry takes it around, looking for Bourque, who was cocked and ready to shoot. Instead, Perry throws it to the open corner, and Rennie Bourque is there to get it. He lays it back to the line. Lindholm's wrist shot, and that ricochets off the left pad of Kemper. Anaheim doing a good job controlling territorially the ice in the early going of this one, and Bourque gets a bump and gets the puck in the corner. Back for Getzlaf, who cycles it along. Perry trying to curl it in front, and it's off a skate. Zach Parise comes away with it, and his pass off a skate goes deep into the Minnesota zone again.
Anaheim has done, for the most part, what they wanted to do at the start of this game, and that is to get pucks in deep, keep it away from the goaltender, and pressure the defense. Boy, that hit the referee right in the helmet, I believe.
And shaken up a little bit. I believe that's Barton. Steve Barton. No, it's Rob Martel. I beg your pardon. Yeah, he's trying to shake it off.
Yeah, Hampus Lindholm goes over to apologize, and he slaps it in and hits the referee right in the side of the helmet. Big stop by Freddie Anderson. The Ducks get confused. Remember, Devontae Smith-Pelly is the young centerman trying to learn a new position. You got one defenseman below the goal line. You got a second one. That center's got to stay in front of the net if both D-men go. When Smith-Pelly also wanders down too deep, it creates a point-blank opportunity for Justin Fontaine, and a big stop by Freddie Anderson.
Fontaine off to a good start this season already, with 8 points on the season as we get a whistle here. And again, icing the call on the Wild third time in the first 5 minutes of the game.
It's about pressure on their defense and not allowing them to have the time that they need to get their heads up and make a real quick pass. And you see that Andrew Burnett, the assistant coach, Mike Yeo on the right, the head coach of the Wild, they've got the dry erase board, and they're talking, I'm sure, about the angles that the Anaheim forwards are taking on their defensemen and a better way to deal with it.
Wild won the faceoff, but Palmieri went forward and was able to intercept it around the boards. Kessler takes it off the back of the net. And now he sets up, trying to find Bolesky. Cutting in front, it's Palmieri who backhands it just through the crease. Kemper never saw it. That puck was barely moving, and it trickled just wide. Kessler gets a big bump, but Scandella jumps into the play. Zucker tries to give it to him back, and it goes off a skate, and on the back check, it's Palmieri who scales it up the boards and out. Spurgeon back to play it. His pass a little bit off the mark, however, and that enables Jackman to get to it in the neutral zone. Josh Manson retreats into his own ice with it, and now Jackman does a good job to get it ahead. Maroon pitches it in. Speaking of hard lines to play against, when you got Jackman and Maroon on the wings, this is another one with Thompson in the middle. Nate Thompson goes in after it. Jackman as well. Fowler will hold it in, and he risks one to the net. That ricochets, and a good save by Kemper, and maybe a better stop on the rebound. Manson trying to get it to the net, as down in front of the crease was Jackman, unable to get back up. Anaheim again recovering loose pucks. Fowler with a wrist shot. That went wide and hit the back of the net as it came off the end boards. Nino Niederreiter trying to muscle it away from Maroon, but there's Thompson, and he has the puck again. Thompson turns and shoots. Oh, and it deflected off of Kemper just wide. That nearly snuck underneath his arm. Jackman works it loose. Thompson steps in front, tries to stuff it. In comes Maroon. He's knocked down on top of the Minnesota netminder.
Net knocked off its moorings, and that's why the whistle goes. Ducks really attacking Darcy Kemper aggressively in this game. They've had a couple of almost goals here in the early going. There's Palmieri on the wraparound. He was knocked down from behind by Spurgeon. And then there was that puck that actually deflects off of Tim Jackman. Pat Maroon almost able to corral the rebound, but good pressure by the Ducks in the offensive zone, and I like the way that they are sending bodies to the front of the net.
Out shooting the Wild 5-1 through the first 5:48 of this one, and the faceoff to the left of Kemper controlled by Mikko Koivu. Koivu now 31 years of age in his 9th NHL season. Kemper behind the net handles it and moves it away. Eric Halla plays it to center and trying to turn the corner into the Anaheim zone is Ryan Carter, who's able to get it deep. Carter pitches it along, and it'll come around to the near side. Fourth line for Mike Yeo on the ice right now, and the Ducks counter by just flipping it out of the zone. There's Mark Fistrick, his first game in the last 17. He's been out due to back injuries and then a concussion after he took a puck in the mouth accidentally at a practice about 2 weeks ago. That slowed down his return to the lineup. Anaheim happy to have him back in. They can always use another defenseman. Clayton Stoner, first trip back here to St. Paul since he left the Wild, got it ahead. Getzlaf got it to Perry, and flashing the leather, Kemper out to make the glove save. Anaheim with a fast start at the XL Energy Center. The stretch pass tipped to Kessler, who gets his 7th of the year. And just a minute and a half in, the Ducks have jumped out to a 1-0 lead.
Ducks lead. Ryan Getzlaf, big, powerful center. He was out on the ice against Michael Granlund, and he spotted Corey Perry in the middle of the ice, and a pretty good scoring opportunity for Perry. I don't know if that puck was going to hit the net or not. Mike Yeo is changing that matchup. I don't think he wants Granlund out on the ice. He would prefer to have Mikko Koivu in the middle. He gets a little bit more size and a little bit more defensive acumen when Koivu's out there against the Getzlaf line.
Ducks win the draw in the Minnesota zone, and off the back of the net, Bourque unable to win the puck battle as Jared Spurgeon backhands it up and out. Coyle angles it off the boards and gives chase into the Anaheim zone. Vatanen is open in front, and Perry will bring it out on the near side. Offside is the call as the puck is deflected at the Minnesota line. A reminder, as you stay with us throughout the broadcast, we encourage you to enjoy a cold one, and we will have a cold one for you later on. It's called Miller Time, brought to you by our friends at Miller Lite, as we'll look back at one of the key moments in tonight's game.
The Ducks have had the Wild's number as of late, 8-3 in the last 11 games against them, and 4 consecutive wins in this building. They've all been tightly played games. They've all been one-goal victories for Anaheim. It's a good start tonight here for the Ducks for certain.
An offside call here as Anaheim a little premature into the zone. Matt Bolesky got a bump in for good measure as well. Anaheim has won 6 of the last 7, and as you mentioned, Brian, the norm is close hockey games when these teams get together.
Well, there was a time when you thought of the Minnesota Wild back in the Jacques Lemaire coaching days, that neutral zone trap, and they try to win games 1-0. This is a different Wild team. As I mentioned, the 6th most productive offensive club in the game. They've added some obviously premier free agents in the last 2 seasons with Parise and Suter and Vanek, even though he's been struggling.
Fowler loses it in his own zone, and Parise misses the net. Ducks clear it back, and here comes Palmieri on the right side working on Brodin. He put it off the side of the net. It popped in front, and Christian Folin was there. Folin probably coming off his best game at the NHL level. Had an assist and was +2 here on Wednesday against the Montreal Canadiens. Just his 9th game of the year and his 10th game at the NHL level over the course of the last 2 years. He throws it ahead, and Anderson flips it all the way back out. Jackman does come up with it, but can't work it over for Pat Maroon. Freddie Anderson had an assist in the win against the Philadelphia Flyers on Wednesday at Honda Center. And now Maroon keeps it alive. Back to the line. Fistrick's shot, and that's partially blocked and picked up by the Wild up the near side. It's Niederreiter, and he's bumped off the puck by Nate Thompson.
This line's been very good in the early going. Maroon and Jackman have been a factor on the forecheck. They make you pay a price.
Thompson has really picked up his physical play. Coming into tonight, he and Devontae Smith-Pelly each sharing the lead as far as official hits are concerned, where the Ducks go. And as I mentioned, Anaheim 3rd in the league in hits coming into tonight. Wild circle back, and Coyle leaves it for Jared Spurgeon. Hazy, I expect to see a lot of Spurgeon tonight with no Ryan Suter for the Minnesota Wild. He already averages nearly 25 minutes a game.
He's a fun player to watch. Very quick. He's a darter. He has to defend with his stick, and there he is against Silverberg in the corner.
They list him at 5'9", 175. A lot like Sammy Vatanen, he will compete. Ducks work it down low. Silverberg worked over there by Koivu, and the Wild break out. Vatanen jumped ahead, and now the Wild go offside. They had numbers, and Coyle on the right side may have preceded the puck into the zone. I'm not sure who was offside, but that one is going to drive Mike Yeo crazy.
Well, Sammy Vatanen wanted to dive in the offensive zone, and the read isn't a great one for Sammy. This puck is going to come around, and the Minnesota Wild are going to break it out. Watch Vatanen, he's stepping up, and he gets caught on the pass. And now it's not really an outnumbered attack. The Ducks have got lots of people coming back, and that backside pressure has been something that I think Bruce Boudreau is very proud of. Right now, Vatanen is explaining to his defense partner why he decided to step up in those circumstances. You know, defensemen look around, they see if they have support. Vatanen did have support there. And that perhaps the catalyst or the trigger for him jumping up into the play.
Yeah, we're getting a penalty call on the ice. It was Zucker who went offside on the play, and he protested a little too profusely, and he's been given an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So that's insult to injury. You go offside on an odd man rush, and then you take a penalty for maybe being a little too vociferous.
From Newport Beach, California, Jason Zucker sits down in the penalty box, and opportunity here for the Ducks to get things going, but it won't be easy against this group, the number 2 penalty killing unit in the game.
And the Duck power play has had its struggles. They did score against Philadelphia on Wednesday. That was their first in their last 20-man advantages, and Corey Perry is hurt as Ballard hip checks him into the boards.
He's grabbing his knee.
And he's holding his knee. Kessler over to challenge Ballard after the hit. The crowd loves it, but Perry is in some distress.
Corey Perry was trying to slide between Ballard and the boards, and we've seen him do it a million times. And Keith Ballard is a smaller player defending against the tall Corey Perry, and he goes into Perry with the hip. And this does not look good for Corey Perry as he heads off to the Anaheim locker room. Here's a look at it. Watch Ballard. It's a hip check. He gets down low. And Corey Perry goes over the top. Looked like he was grabbing the left leg.
Yeah, I think look at his left knee. It looks like there might have been a hyperextension there. And then as he goes up and over Ballard, I think the damage had already been done there. Bruce Boudreau looking skyward, trying to get another look at it. And Anaheim will stay on the power play. Just 14 seconds gone and the penalty to Zucker.
What was it Boudreau was saying to us this morning? It's every day. Every single day.
It's always something new.
Seem to lose a player in some fashion. We'll keep a close eye and let you know if we get word out of the Anaheim locker room as to the status of Perry.
Yeah, a lot of holding of the breath where the Ducks are concerned right now. Still on the power play as Kessler wires it wide of everything. Getzlaf holds it in near side. Maroon down low. Tries to battle it back up the wall, and Getzlaf kicks it back to him. Nice pass to Silverberg. He gets it side of the net to Maroon. He'll play it across. Kessler will take it off the boards. To the line, Sami Vatanen. Serves it across, and Getzlaf broke his stick trying to receive the pass. He has to just drop it, and as it's hoisted the length of the ice, Anderson won't be able to come out and get it, but he does get a tap on it as he knocked it away from the onrushing Ryan Carter.
Well, the Anaheim power play is looking to make quicker plays and to move that puck much quicker. The thing about moving the puck, though, you have to put those passes right on the tape in order for you to be able to be successful at it. That's why I think this Minnesota Wild penalty killing unit has been so good this year. They don't give you any time whatsoever.
They have surrendered only 2 power play goals at home this season. 32 of 34 on the kill. In fact, their penalty killing unit is only -5 on the entire year. They've only given up 8 power play goals, and they've scored 3 shorthanded. Brodziak banks it off the wall and back into the Anaheim zone. Now just 15 seconds left in the Ducks man advantage. Fowler uses the net as a shield and now tries to regroup for one last rush. Up the wing, it's Thompson. And he saw Ballard coming. He was lining up another hip check, so he chips it past him and then bumps with Ballard in the corner. Bolesky comes out with it, comes in front, shoots, and now it's Thompson and Ballard that are going to go. And Keith Ballard had to know this was coming. When you take Corey Perry out of the game, you're a marked man.
Well, this isn't going to be the last time. I can pretty much guarantee you that.
Thompson's first bout as a Duck, and he's all right hand right now. And he gets the better of that as Ballard goes to one knee. The linesmen are quick to intervene.
I think that last one, he lands right on the button. The uppercut by Nate Thompson. It's a message little scrap between Thompson and Ballard. the feeling that these two teams don't like one another. Back on October the 17th, the game at Honda Center at times, both clubs stepped into that gray area. There were lots of scrums after the whistles, and that was the hit with just seconds left on the clock. Ryan Kesler took a big run at Michael Granlund. Remember that game as well. I remember Zach Parise was very vicious with the stick in that game. And then moments ago, Thompson challenging Ballard. There's the request for Mr. Thompson, accepted by Mr. Ballard, and away they go.
They each get 5 for fighting at 11:28. It doesn't affect the manpower situation on the ice, and the Ducks win the faceoff in the Minnesota zone. Cogliano's shot is blocked, but he keeps control along the near side wall. Puts it behind the net. Smith-Pelly is there. 5 points in the last 10 games for Devante as he reverses it. Cogliano steps in front. The rebound is right there, jammed home by Silfverberg.
Throw it into the crease under pressure when good things happen. That's what Andrew Cogliano did, and Kemper muffs the rebound here. He just taps it right back out in front of his own net, and Jakob Silfverberg is in the right spot. Look at this. Cogliano surprises everyone, but that's a bad rebound given up by Kemper. And Jakob Silfverberg's not going to miss that one. Smart play by Cogliano. Bad play by the goaltender Kemper, and the Ducks strike on the power play.
8 points now for Silfverberg in the last 14 games, plus 6 in that span as well. He's been augmenting the offense. He had a couple of assists against Boston on Monday at Honda Center. But his second goal of the season gives Anaheim a 2-0 lead early on here in Minnesota. The Ducks are 11-0-4 when they score first this season, and they get the first 2 here in the first period.
Silfverberg bangs that one home to make it a 2-0 lead for the Ducks. Defensive zone faceoff, and again we see the Koivu-Getzlaf matchup here.
Shots are 7-1 in favor of Anaheim as Andy McElman has to point out to the wingers where those hash marks are.
I need to be reminded, John, that was not a power play goal by the Ducks, by the way.
Great work down low by that line, though. Smith-Pelly and Cogliano drawing the assists on the goal. Incidentally, Devante Smith-Pelly playing in his 100th NHL game here tonight. Now it's Zucker behind the net, and Manson takes him down. A penalty coming up to the rookie. Coyle tried to keep it alive, but it's touched by Anaheim, and Minnesota will get their first power play opportunity of the game.
Oh, here's Manson. He's chasing Zucker behind, and boy, that's a... The referee wasn't even looking. I mean, if we could see that same angle again, show that same angle again, guys, and watch the referee. Now watch the referee's head right here, and he's going to spin off the boards. He's not even looking. He did not see the contact. He just saw the player fall to the ice. It's a makeup call.
Well, you want to talk about a much maligned unit. The Minnesota Wild started the year 0 for 27 on the power play in their first 9 games. They're at 9% on the year, 29th in the league. And it didn't take long here against Montreal on Wednesday, Brian, for them to just get rained on by boos from the home fans during a 5-minute power play in the second period. This is a very impatient Wild fan base when it comes to this extra man unit.
It's taking on a life of its own, for sure.
Parise taps it back, and the point coverage is there. Held in along the near side, and now Koivu off the half wall. Angle back to the point. Brodin slides it across, gets the return feed. Middle of the ice, he gets it to Pominville near circle. And you can hear the fans getting restless already as no one's shooting. They're just passing it around. Koivu fires it from a bad angle, and that one ricochets off the pads of Anderson. Minnesota, good zone time on this power play as Brodin slides it all the way over. Granlund missed everything. It'll come up the wall, but not out, as Brodin is able to get to it. It eludes Koivu down low. Getzlaf steps in front of it, and now his stick is knocked out of his hands, so Minnesota possesses again. Brodin can't slap a rolling puck down and settle it. Takes it out of the corner and leaves it behind the net. Koivu's one-time shot with traffic in front, skips off the end boards, back out in front, and Fistrick gets just enough to clear.
Well, the Wild get some shots directed towards the goal. No real clean opportunities.
Back into the zone they come. Parise trying to jump around a defender. Instead to the line, it's Scandella. Across for Jared Spurgeon. His shot blocked on the way. Vatanen racing after it, but Spurgeon beat him to it. Takes it around behind and throws it in front, and it'll be tapped out center ice by Cogliano.
A good quick stick there by Clayton Stoner down low.
Now a turnover by the Wild. Silverberg shorthanded, pressing the envelope as he had Cogliano with him, and he just keeps going. Down to 10 seconds in the Minnesota power player as Niederreiter takes it off his skate. Ahead to Marco Scandella. Back in front, and that one's blocked. Getzlaf will just roll it out of the zone. The penalty to Manson expires. One Minnesota shot on goal during the power play. The Ducks are full strength.
And that's the first time I have seen Pat Maroon used in a penalty-killing role by Bruce Boudreau. Of course, Corey Perry not available to Boudreau right now.
In case you're just joining us, Perry leaving early in the first after he was hit along the near side boards on a hip check from Keith Ballard. We will try to get word to you as to his availability and the extent of his injury as it becomes available. 5:15 to go in the first period. The Ducks lead 2-0. Kessler and Silverberg, a couple of even strength goals, and Anaheim has the lead on the road. Slow rolling puck. Anderson able to chip it back. Lindholm moves it ahead. Palmieri pulls it off the boards. Gets the feet moving and then is denied as soon as he gets to the blue line. Transition play for Ryan Carter. The former Duck has it stripped from behind on a good bit of back checking by Bolesky. Fistrick jumps up, can't get a stick on it. Finally, Carter returning to the middle of the ice has it. Into the Anaheim zone. Takes the shot. Anderson reels in the rebound and hangs on. So the Ducks have doubled their lead. 4:40 to go in the first period at XL Energy Center.
See the apparatus that Mark Fistrick is grabbing onto there. Protect that mouth and chin. He got a really bad cut. You can see all the stitches in the lip. It was a clean cut through. He took a puck in the mouth. Did not lose any teeth. He was happy about that. It's been a tough year for Mark Fistrick. He's playing left side today because, especially wearing that cage, they want to make it easier for Fistrick to handle the puck along the boards.
He told me they stopped counting at 35 stitches, Brian, when I saw him the other day in the press box. It's not a good sign when they stop counting the stitches. Ducks win the draw and will just scale it off the glass all the way down. Pominville after it. Hit in the corner. Jackman follows up, however, and Brodin works him over. Jackman gets a stick on it once and then a second time. Bourque puts it in front and very nearly put in by Getzlaf. So Jackman taking the place of Corey Perry here on the top line, as Perry still in the Anaheim locker room after leaving early in the period. Getzlaf moves it up, and Rennie Bourque flips it in. Slow rolling puck will be handled by Darcy Kemper. 24-year-old out of Saskatoon leaves it behind the net for Scandella.
And I think it does, again, emphasize how badly Bruce Boudreau wants to keep the Kessler line together. Bolesky and Palmieri does not want to split them up, likes the way they're playing. So he'll make an adjustment on the Getzlaf line that does not include Bolesky or Palmieri.
Let's take a look at our updated American Honda 3-star leaderboard. Every time a Duck is named as one of the stars of the game, we assign a point total to them. Frederick Anderson now up on Sammy Vatanen, who has leapfrogged to Captain Ryan Getzlaf. Face-off control by Kessler. He leads the Ducks in the face-off circle, and Stoner rims it hard around and in. Clayton Stoner spent first 4 years of his NHL experience here as a member of the Wild, and his first return as a member of the Ducks. Vatanen rims it hard around. Stoner gets to it and flips it up the wall. Bouncing puck that is battled into the middle of the ice, and Marco Scandella leads it ahead just out of the reach of Jason Zucker. Scandella with 5 goals on the season, one of the top goal-scoring defensemen in the entire National Hockey League.
Talking to their general manager, Chuck Fletcher, today about the progression of Marco Scandella, and he said without question, most improved player. Made a big step in the last season.
Both teams changing as Cogliano puts it off the glass, and that one goes into the netting above the high glass and out of play.
John, you were talking about Clayton Stoner and his first return to his former team's home here at XL Energy Center. Last year, he was paired with Jared Spurgeon, a smallish, right-handed shooting, great skating young defenseman. Who does that remind you of? Not like Sammy Vatanen, right?
Exactly,
So he's played very much with a similar style of defensive partner, and I think that has really helped him make the transition to becoming a Duck defenseman pretty darn easy for him.
I misspoke. I said he spent his first 4 years here as a member of the Wild, his first 5 seasons in the NHL here with the Wild. BC native, now a Duck, and he watches as Vanek brings it into the Anaheim zone, trying to get it to the net. That was knocked down. Well, we haven't called Thomas Vanek's name a whole lot here tonight. He has struggled to find the back of the net. He does lead the team with 12 assists coming into tonight. Scandella rims it back around and in, but the big free agent acquisition in the offseason with only 2 goals, Vanek, to this point this season. This is a guy who's twice scored in excess of 40 goals.
You talk to the people around Minnesota and they say, we can't figure out, but he doesn't seem to want to shoot the puck for some reason, which is one of the things that Thomas Vanek is most known for. A guy that can really fire it, and much like a Teemu Selanne, a guy that didn't need a lot of shots in order to score goals. He was that accurate, and the release was that quick. But it's been a very slow start to Vanek's career here in Minnesota.
Puck covered by Kemper as it came loose from the fray behind the net, and Getzlaf, using his ability to talk to the officials to the full extent. He didn't like the whistle, didn't like the no penalty call. He's out there right now with Palmieri and Bourque, as we're seeing a bit of a revolving door on that right wing. Again, if you're just joining us, Corey Perry left early in the first period as he was hip checked along the near side boards by Keith Ballard, and he has been in the Anaheim locker room since. So Bruce Boudreau forced to shuffle the deck a little bit here as this game goes along. Wild win the draw and clear. Fontaine putting pressure on Fowler, who slides it over. Manson returns it to Getzlaf at center, hard around and in off the stick of Kemper. Palmieri gets a bump following the play. Bourque in the near corner. Just a minute 35 to go in the first period. Anaheim on top 2-0. Behind the net, Folan quickly on the puck. Fontaine cross ice, and Eric Haula into the Anaheim zone. Haula trying to go wide. Got it to the front of the net, and a stick save by Anderson, who covers the rebound after it squirted loose for Ryan Carter.
Yeah, Freddie Anderson, this is an uncomfortable play for a goaltender when someone from the wing like this, with speed, just kind of rolls the puck into the crease. You're not sure all the time what to do with it. And if you can't block it and stop it, sometimes you poke it, and it's the worst thing you can do. And that's what happened on that last play. Anderson pokes it right out in front of his own net and is forced to make a pretty good save on the rebound opportunity.
That was a good look at Ryan Carter, back at home now, the White Bear Lake, Minnesota native, who of course began his NHL career as a Duck, signing as a free agent late in training camp.
We were joking with him about the number of tickets that he's responsible for on a nightly basis here. And he just kind of sheepishly smiled at us and said, that's got to change, by the way.
Yeah, he said that's getting a little old. It's great to have family around, but getting a little tired to reach in your pocket every night. Under a minute to go in the period as Spurgeon back in the Minnesota zone clears up the middle. And a rolling puck that Vatanen takes the angle on. Parise all over him. Now it's in his feet behind the Anaheim goal. He gets support from Stoner, who shovels it ahead, and this one will get past Scandella and go all the way down. Icing will be the call against the Ducks. Well, you could win a 2015 Honda CR-V at Fan Appreciation Night coming up later on this season at Honda Center. To be in the running, simply send us a 15-second video, no longer, and tell us why you deserve the car. Go to AnaheimDucks.com/IWantMyCRV for more details.
You see Ryan Kessler trying to catch his breath before he steps into the circle. Important face-off here, and he knows he's going up against Mikko Koivu, who's always been considered one of the top face-off men in the game.
Folan gets it through, and it's tipped wide by Zucker. 10 goals on the season for Jason Zucker, who was born in Newport Beach, as Brian mentioned, and he grew up playing hockey in Las Vegas, Nevada. A lot of players coming out of there, and Zucker, who played a couple of years at Denver University, really taking a step this season. Already has exceeded all the numbers he put together in his rookie campaign a year ago. Maroon covering the slot, careful to lay it back for Fistrick, ahead to Tim Jackman. And he forces it into the Minnesota zone. Under 10 seconds to go in the period as Folan draws 2 defenders and then reverses it up the wall. Charlie Coyle gets to it from center, will shoot as the horn sounds. It's an easy glove save for Frederik Andersen, and it's a very successful opening period for Anaheim.
Yeah, satisfying period for Bruce Boudreau and his team. They do exactly what they wanted to do. They got pucks in deep. They forced some turnovers. They got a lot of body contact on the Minnesota Wild defense, and very deserving of their 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it was a fast start as Ryan Kessler got him going just 91 seconds in with his 7th of the season. And Anaheim was off to the races. They would add another as Jakob Silfverberg got his 2nd. However, they lost Corey Perry in the first period as they have a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play in St. Paul.
Anaheim Ducks hockey is brought to you by your Southern California BMW Centers, official sponsor of the SoCal BMW Crosstown Cup.
Ducks lead 2-0 in Minnesota after 1 period of play. Word out of the Anaheim locker room, and not surprising, Ducks winger Corey Perry has a lower body injury. He will not return. This was midway through the first period. You'd see the hip check from Keith Ballard and the immediate distress for Corey Perry. He left with the aid of teammates and trainer Joe Huff. He did not return, and as we just told you, he is doubtful to return to the ice here tonight.
And always a rough sight whenever you see a player leave the ice surface and unable to put any weight on one leg. See Joe Huff out there quickly to help Corey Perry.
And that is part of the consternation that you see on the face of Bruce Boudreau as he awaits the start of the second period of play despite a 2-0 lead. For more from the Anaheim bench, we go to Kent French standing by with assistant coach Brad Lauer.
Johnny, thank you very much. Brad, now with Corey doubtful to return, what adjustments do you have to make with one of your star players not on the ice?
Well, I mean, obviously it's a big loss for us right now for this game, but, you know, we're going to rotate our centermen through. I think all 4 lines were going skating pretty well last period, so we'll rotate our centermen through and we'll take it from there.
Brad, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Johnny, back up to you.
Thank you, Kent. The second period has been kind to Anaheim, particularly of late this season.
Yeah, last 6 games, the second period has been a fairly dominant one for the Ducks, and they hope that that is a trend that continues at least for tonight's game. I expect a much stronger push from the Wild in this second period, John. Almost a complete reversal of the game that we saw Minnesota play at Anaheim. The Ducks didn't let them play with a puck at all. They had great pressure on their defense, and Minnesota had all kinds of difficulty making that first outlet pass. And remember, all the icings early on in the period, they just seemed to not be able to handle the pressure of the Anaheim forwards.
Brian, it almost seemed as if the Ducks turned the tables on Minnesota, because you heard Mike Yeo this morning talk about what he wanted to do to the mobile Anaheim defense, particularly Lindholm and Vatanen. Didn't want to let them carry the puck. Anaheim didn't let Minnesota's mobile defense carry the puck for very long in the early going of this one.
The conversation, the referee, one of the Wild forwards, I believe it's Mikko Koivu out there, and perhaps planting a seed right now about the hit by Ballard, and to keep an eye out for the Ducks, who may be seeking retribution at some point. That always made me nervous as a player. Whenever I saw one guy on the opponent, conspiracy theories started swimming through my brain, John. I don't like it when they are given that solo audience. I'd want my guy right up listening in.
Brian, we go back to that picture we saw a moment ago of Jason Zucker talking to one of the linesmen. I think that's what Koivu was talking about. I don't think the Wild appreciated the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that he was given when he chirped after an offside. Andy McElman giving him an audience as well. I think it may go back to that point, because that was the first power play of the game.
Credit to the officials. I always appreciated it as a player, because you get obviously very emotionally involved in the game. I always appreciated it, even if I didn't like what they said. At least getting the audience with the officials, I think, is very important. It seems to sometimes diffuse the animosity between the players and the referees.
Wild out of their own zone as we're early in the second period, and Zucker chips it in and goes after it. Overcomes Stoner, and he got there first. The Ducks up the wall, and Thompson will angle it ahead. Couldn't get it through to Cogliano as that was picked off. Ducks bring it right back in, and whipped on net by Vatanen and covered by Darcy Kemper. Tonight on Fox Sports Live, highlights of the full day in the NBA and the NHL, as well as coverage of the Pac-12 championship game. LeBron and the Cavs are up against the red-hot Raptors, and in college basketball, number 6 Texas takes on number 1 Kentucky. Fox Sports Live tonight on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Devontae Smith-Pelly now moved up to the right side on the line with Ryan Getzlaf. And it's a role that we've seen Smith-Pelly play in the past. Remember last year in the playoffs, he patrolled the left wing at times with Getzlaf and Perry.
Rennie Bork in the corner, leaves it for Getzlaf, spins it in front, and Smith-Pelly got a stick on it, took it behind the net. At the end of the period, we were seeing Tim Jackman on the right wing on this line, and now it's Smith-Pelly who joins Bork and Getzlaf. So 5 different players on this line so far, and we're barely through one period of play for Ryan Getzlaf.
Tim Jackman is not on the Anaheim bench right now, and that may have something to do with it.
Yeah. Smith-Pelly strides in after it as the Ducks change. Puck reversed away by Spurgeon. And here come the Wild. Brodziak's pass ahead is knifed away as it came to the blue line. Bolesky couldn't get the handle. Zucker plays it across, and Vanek got a stick on it, but then is pushed off the puck. Nice play by Palmieri, who carries on into the Minnesota zone. Bolesky sends it wide on the far side, and Kessler spins off of Niederreiter to keep it in. Nice play there by Kessler, and now it's Palmieri in the corner. Leaves it for Lindholm, who activates up the wall. Tried to feed it in front for Bolesky, and it's chipped away. Brodziak got a piece of it. Again recovered by Bolesky. He'll throw it towards the net. Blocker save as Palmieri was dumped in front.
A great shift by the Ducks. Palmieri pulling double duty here and playing again with Kessler and Bolesky.
There's Tim Jackman. He's back out on the ice, and he's able to free the puck up. Here come the Ducks. Possible 2-on-1, and Kessler scores again. Second of the night for Ryan Kessler.
Remember, he went low stick on his first goal. He changes it up here and perhaps catches Kemper guessing a little bit. A big night so far for Ryan Kessler. Neutral zone is Jackman that digs it out of a scrum, and the Wild are caught. It's an outnumbered opportunity. Spurgeon defending the 2-on-1. Bolesky essentially the decoy on the left wing as Kessler gets his puck. Boy, look at him get the legs churning through the neutral zone, picks up speed, and that's a perfect shot again by Anaheim's assistant captain Kessler.
3-0 Ducks, 8th of the season, 2nd of the night for Ryan Kessler. Hoisted in the air by Thompson as it came off the side of the Anaheim goal. And now the fans in Minnesota have a little more to boo about than they did here on Wednesday night in the win over the Montreal Canadiens, and we're hearing them rain down. A sellout crowd of over 19,000 on hand here at the XL Energy Center. Granlund wanted to fire the one-timer, but he was stepped into at the moment of truth by Patrick Maroon. Around the boards, Vanek and Granlund playing catch, trying to catch Folan coming off the weak side point, but it went off the skate of Thompson. Behind the net, Parise has it dislodged, and Stoner will angle it off the glass and out center ice. Maroon gets a piece of it, gets it into the Minnesota zone. Jackman beaten to it by Granlund.
Just a little thing, but that last shift, Michael Granlund actually pulling out to the perimeter, hoping for the one-timer from almost the blue line, John, and that's usually a pretty good indication that the team that is defending is winning the battle, the psychological battle. If players are willing to go to the perimeter and shoot from long distance in order just to get shots on goal, you know that they're not really feeling it. They're not feeling good about how they're playing on the attack.
Shots are 10-4 in favor of the Ducks, who win another puck battle, and Getzlaf comes out of the fray with it. Fires it cross ice, and that one is off the glass and out of play.
I think it's going to be a penalty against Ryan Getzlaf.
That one, it went off the glass inside the penalty box. I heard the glass, and it didn't touch the glass on the edge of the rink. It instead went over that glass, and that is delay of game, because as you'll see here, he makes this pass from inside the defensive zone.
Yeah, you notice he's got Bolesky, or Cagliano, excuse me, on the left wing. He's actually trying to bank that puck off of the glass, and it goes about 6 inches over the top before landing in the penalty box. So Ryan Getzlaf frustrated with himself, and an opportunity here for the Wild to get something going.
Their second power play of the night, and Brodin's shot is blocked by Kessler off the draw. He has it again.
serves it over. Koivu will take the shot. That's blocked by Fistrick, who spun around after it hit him. Wild keep possession down low, and now Fistrick intercepts on the end wall, reverses it, but Parise in a hurry over to get there, and he got clipped by a high stick. Another penalty coming up to the Ducks. Koivu's one-timer saved by Anderson and tapped by the high stick of Thompson. The Ducks are going to be 2 men down for a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's high-sticking penalty, and they go over to see if there's a cut there. They give him the white towel so that he can maybe show a little bit of blood to the referee. And let's see what the call is. There's the high stick.
It's Kessler who got him, and he'll get the garden variety 2-minute minor.
Yep. High sticking penalty. Boy, what a chance here. A minute 32 remaining in the penalty to Ryan Getzlaf.
You don't want to awaken a sleeping power play, and that's been the case all season here in Minnesota, but what a chance for the Wild.
Well, the Wild had a 5-on-3 the other night against the Montreal Canadiens, did not register a shot on goal. It was a full 2-minute 5-on-3 power play, and they'll be shooting first.
This is a minute 32, and it's Scandella who wires it, and it's fought off by Anderson. Stoner, Vatanen, and Thompson, the 3 penalty killers for Anaheim. Mikael Granlund will switch sides with Scandella. Again, a one-timer glove save from Anderson.
Yeah, and so there's all kinds of pressure on the Wild power play. And if I'm Freddie Anderson, I am loving the fact that they are willing to take the shot from distance in a 5-on-3. These are the plays that goaltenders love. Anderson, tall goaltender, sees that all the way, snares it with the left hand, no problem whatsoever for him.
Nice job by Stoner in front as he allowed his netminder to see that. As he just pushed Parise out of the fray. Again, the Wild control the faceoff. Granlund will switch sides with Scandella, puts it down low. Parise sets up in front. Koivu on the near side of the net, and again they'll trade places. Granlund passes to Koivu. His pass across goes in off of Anderson.
The Wild get a bounce, and this is thrown towards the front of the net. I believe it's the skate of Clayton Stoner that this puck will deflect off of. Vatanen and Stoner protecting the front of the net. Stoner had been knocked down to his knees, and it goes off the back of his right foot. Here's the battle. See, Stoner goes down, and here comes the puck. It's off the right skate. No chance for the Anaheim netminder. It's a tough bounce for the Ducks, and there's still plenty of time. A minute 27 remaining in the penalty to Ryan Kessler.
Koivu's first power play goal of the season, his 4th of the year, and the Wild into the Anaheim zone. It's Parise, and he scores!
The sleeping giant has awoke. 2 power play goals for the Wild, and we got a tie game. Zach Parise is going to snap this one 5-hole. Good pass in the neutral zone, springs Granlund, and from just inside the face-off dot, he's looking 5-hole all the way. Anderson gets a piece of it, but not enough, and that puck trickles over the line. And Zach Parise brings Minnesota all the way back.
2 goals in the span of 11 seconds. Parise's 10th of the year, his 2nd on the power play. And the Wild are back within 1. It's 3-2. Puck to the corner, and Ryan Carter, battling Kessler for it, spins it around. From behind the net, Scandella tries to stuff it. It goes all the way to the corner. Zucker got to it first, but his shot is deflected across. And Spurgeon retreats with it back at the Minnesota stripe.
Well, the Ducks have got to try and get back to doing what they were doing in the opening period and getting some pucks in deep again.
Fowler moves it from behind the net, and Kessler got it ahead. Bolesky gets it out. Brodin pestered by Palmieri, who will change. And the crowd is back in it at XL Energy Center. An icing call against Minnesota will bring the faceoff back into the into the Minnesota zone. What a turn of events. Anaheim had made it 3-0 early in the period. And then a delay of game penalty and a high sticking call 28 seconds apart. And the Wild strike twice in 11 seconds.
Yeah, Bruce Boudreau, no change in expression whatsoever. He's kind of seen it all before.
Well, we talked about it earlier in the telecast. These teams play close games. When it was 3-0 Anaheim, it just didn't feel right. And the Wild have made it seem more like a Wild Ducks affair now, as once again it's a one-goal game. Here comes Thomas Vanek. His pass across off the stick of Brodziak and scooped up by Frederik Andersen. Anaheim extends their lead early in the second, and it's close again.
So we're cruising along in the second period with a 3-0 lead, and Ryan Getzlaf about a foot over top of the glass hits a delay of game penalty against the captain. Ryan Kesler with a high stick on Parise. On the 5-on-3 power play, the Wild come alive. They get a bounce off the skate of Stoner. That's their first goal. Zach Parise, with all that speed, jumps on a loose puck and finds the 5-hole. And now we got a one-goal game.
Parise extends the scoring streak. He now has 6 points in the last 4 games, 2 goals in that span as well. And Silfverberg brings it out of the Anaheim zone. And he runs right into the linesman. Andy McElman got the worst of that. But the Wild get the puck back. Charlie Coyle in the corner. Spins it along, and Koivu initiating the contact with Nate Thompson. Coyle leaning hard on Vatanen, who goes behind the net after it. Now Thompson again doing battle with Koivu. Reverses it back, and Vatanen moves it quickly for Stoner. Stoner gets it out of the zone into the middle of the ice. Silfverberg gets it deep.
That's a pretty heavy line out there when you've got a couple of big wingers out there in Coyle, and Koivu the center.
Pominville centers, and it goes off the stick of Zucker in behind the net. Prosser got it back to Zucker, and he didn't get a lot on it, but Andersen made a good stop nonetheless.
Well, Zucker is a darter, and he makes that stick available and forces Freddie Andersen to make a real good stop. A nice sequence there for Andersen. There have been a lot of shots in this game, but there have been a number of pretty good chances. That time Zucker was actually backing away from the net, so he didn't get as much on the shot as he would have had he been hanging in. He was the third man high, and you could see he was thinking more defense. He was backing out of the zone when that puck arrived on his stick.
Ballard holds it in off the faceoff and puts it in behind the net. Parise given a rough ride by Fistrick. And Maroon moves it out of the zone. Jackman on his horse into the Minnesota zone. Throws it from the wing, and Kemper holds on to that as everybody meets at the Minnesota netminder. Jackman was in there, Kesler and Maroon as well, and nobody backing down.
Well, this is the Granlund line again, and I think the Ducks with Getzlaf and Kemper feel that they can exploit the lack of size in the middle of the ice. Kessler's got a couple of rough and tumble wingers on his line with Jackman and Bolesky.
Bit of a homecoming for Tim Jackman, who played his college hockey at Minnesota State Mankato. Grew up here in the state of Minnesota, was born in Minot, North Dakota, but his hockey formative years, he tells me, were spent here in the state of hockey.
Big wing, 6'2", 225 pounds, and Tim has figured out what makes him most effective in games, and that's as a forechecker.
Getzlaf from behind the net, got it in front. Bork took it right back behind the goal. Scandella rides him off the puck in the corner and comes away with it, scales it up the glass and out. Vanek had the pass hit him, and on the back check, Smith-Pelly leaves it for Stoner. Vatanen fumbled it a little bit, then got hit by Niederreiter, plays it around but not out. Cross ice, Spurgeon, bottom of the circle, can't get it through. Now it does trickle off the side of the net, and Niederreiter, the leading goal scorer for the Wild, gets it back. Spurgeon shot blocked by Bork. He's in trouble. Rennie Bork shaken up, and the Ducks move it up the wall but not out. Trickles to the front of the net, and again Vatanen is up with it, and he'll throw it off the glass and back. Brodin has it elude him, so no icing, and Anaheim will be able to get changes.
Wild are coming with more of a consistent forecheck, and they're making life a lot harder for the Anaheim defense here than they were in the early part of this game.
Speed for Brodin, and he throws it off the wing to the net. It's in the glove of Anderson.
Rennie Bourque, moments ago, goes out to the point to block a shot, and Spurgeon, I don't think he gets all of it. It goes up high in a hurry and appeared to catch the right arm of Rennie Bourque. He'll be all right. Trainer right in the ear of Rennie Bourque, making sure that he's okay.
Face off to the right of Frederik Andersen. Suddenly shots are 12-11 in favor of Minnesota. The momentum turned on those power plays. The Wild, for just the third time this season, score multiple power play goals in a game, and they're back within one. Folan's shot deflected over top. I think Carter may have gotten a piece of it. Eric Haula to the corner after it. And the Ducks win a puck battle there, and it comes free for Palmieri. He'll get center red and chip it deep and pursue it from there. He got around Folan, who bumps him behind the net. Loose to the corner is Thompson. He reverses it around. Bolesky will get there. From behind the net, trying to find a little space, Kyle Palmieri. He has an assist in this game. Takes it behind the net, still possesses it. Now knocked to his knees, gets up, still has the puck. Gets it back for Fistrick. Fistrick keeps it deep. And here comes Lindholm activating on the right side. Puck is chipped out, and it's Carter into the Anaheim zone. Drop pass to Fontaine, and that was partially blocked by Fistrick, sending it wide. Thompson on his horse, fights off one check, lays it back for Cogliano, and he broke his stick. All the way below the goal line was Lindholm. He has to recover as he gets back defensively. Wild tip it in at the other end off the stick of Zucker. Stoner is there. He finds Cogliano, who quickly got a new stick, and Lindholm misses his intended target. He was hoping for Kessler in the neutral zone. Icing is the result. Spread some Ducks cheer this holiday season with a holiday pack. Fill your loved one's stockings with 2 tickets to 3 games, a $10 gift card to Monkey Sports, and a Teemu Selanne bobblehead. Visit AnaheimDucks.com/holiday pack for more details.
A lot of face-offs in the Anaheim defensive zone in this second period as well. Another indication of territorially how this game has really changed around in favor of the Wild.
Just about at the halfway mark of the hockey game, Mikko Koivu takes the draw and controls for Minnesota. This one scaled up the glass, went into the netting before it came back on the ice. Koivu, the top face-off man for Minnesota, as he is year in, year out. Their all-time leading goal scorer now in his 10th season. The younger brother of former Duck Saku Koivu. Mikko now 31 years of age.
Still got a lot of years ahead of him. I mean, he's been in the league so long. He's already played 625 games.
He played 4 years in the Finnish Elite League, too. I mean, this guy has got a lot of hockey under his belt for just 31 years of age. Silverberg makes a nice play on the boards, and Stoner jumps into the play. Ducks are 3-on-2. Cogliano looking for Kessler, didn't have enough on the pass. Wild will use the glass to clear, and Stoner retreats through neutral ice. He'll hinge it over to his partner, Sami Vatanen. Vatanen's pass ahead is tipped deep into the zone by Cogliano. Spurgeon over after it, and he reverses it away from the forechecking pressure of Kessler. Jason Zucker goes cross ice, and Spurgeon settles it, brings it in. Koivu trying to fend off Silverberg, who ends up on the seat of his pants in the corner. The puck is underneath him as he's trying to get back up, and he protects it long enough to allow Stoner to send it out center ice.
The other thing we're seeing a little bit more of in the second period is Minnesota Wild defenders jumping up into the attack. We didn't see much of Spurgeon, John, in the opening 20 minutes. More of a factor here in this middle period.
Jason Pominville in the corner swings it around, and Jackman is the first one on it, ahead to Maroon, who got a stick on it, and now he'll chase into the Minnesota zone. Folan reverses it away from him. The Swedish native gets it back off the back of his own goal, and now slides it cross ice. Pominville at the line can't get the pass as it was broken up nicely by Fowler. Getzlaf hard off the wall to center. Coming back on the back check, Pat Maroon, and he does a nice job to get it ahead. Jackman gets it deep. Anaheim will enable them to change. 8:20 to go, second period. 3-2. The Ducks lead Minnesota. They once led 3-0. Fistrick steps up in the neutral zone, seals the puck off a couple different times, and now Smith-Pelly joined by Bourque. Bourque has Thompson with him, got it over, and Thompson just couldn't catch it cleanly. He had a lot of net to shoot at.
Yeah, puck just seemed to bounce on him right at the moment of truth. Nice. Good try with Rennie Bourque.
Nice pass by Bourque. And good to see him back out there after we saw him block that shot on the last shift. Again, Fistrick activates to try to keep the puck in at the line. It's thrown in by Smith-Pelly, and Kemper given a lot of time to play that puck.
Yeah, the referee was yelling at Darcy Kemper. There was no one around him.
Palmieri pursuing the puck, but the Wild will send it ahead. Niederreiter trying to get around Stoner to no avail. Puck poked away from Vanek. Bolesky brings it ahead and stabbed out of the zone by Lindholm. Ducks 3 abreast through center, but Prosser comes up with the errant pass. Ballard bumped hard by Kessler as he throws it all the way back. Both teams finish changes. Vatanen looks up the middle of the ice. He finds Getzlaf. Drops it off for Bolesky, off the wing, and a save made by Kemper. And then a big collision as Prosser came over and ran into Bolesky. Ducks keep it in. Fowler got it to Getzlaf. Tipped wide on a sharp pass out of the corner from Vatanen. Getting a stick on it was Bolesky. Silverberg trying to dislodge it in the neutral zone, and now it skitters back in behind the Anaheim goal. Fowler pressured by Fontaine, reverses it to the captain, and Getzlaf looks up and now lays it off the end boards for Vatanen. Long time between whistles, and Vatanen's pass is errant through the center of the ice. They wave off the icing, and Kemper plays it around. Thompson waits at the point to hold it in, rockets it for Cogliano. Silverberg at the end of a shift now loses his footing as Spurgeon keeps him to the outside. Zucker chips it past Manson. Possible 2-on-1. Over for Coyle, and working hard on the back check was Cogliano.
Yeah, was he ever. We know Cogliano can fly. Coyle's no slouch either.
Held in at the line by Spurgeon. He got his shot through. May have been tipped by Zucker. Good left pad save by Anderson. Big Charlie Coyle cycles it down low, and Koivu's there. Zucker calling for it in front, but no passing angle, so Koivu takes it behind the net. Up the near side, Coyle tried to lay it back to the point, but he fooled everyone, including Jared Spurgeon. Clock winds to 5.5 now to go in the second period. Parise, and a hold of his sweater a little bit was Lindholm, who got away with it and gets away with the puck as well. Maroon brings it into the Minnesota zone, tries to get around Scandella. Puck to the corner, and Kessler is there. Cycles it back for Maroon. Cleared to the line, and Fistrick does a good job to keep it in. Maroon leaves it there for Jackman, who steps out, wastes no time, and Kemper stepped off the goal line to make the save.
Did not miss by much. Tim Jackman did not have much space on the short side.
Maroon keeps the puck alive a couple times down low, now behind the net for the long reach of Jackman, who returns the favor. Pat Maroon, Mikael Granlund trying to keep him to the outside, back to the point, and Lindholm feeds it back up the wall. Granlund is run into by Jackman, and the puck squirts free. The Wild finally clear the zone. Here's Jason Pominville, forced wide by Fistrick, and he ends up just throwing it behind the net. Good battle on the puck there by Lindholm. And now Rennie Bourque reverses it behind the net, and he eludes Anderson, and a penalty coming up. I think this is going to go against the Wild. Ducks on top, 3-2.
Minnesota down behind the Ducks bench with Matt Bolesky. You guys trying to get the momentum back in this one. What do you have to do in the power play right now to make that happen?
I think we just got to get some shots and go to the net. You know, try and make it an ugly power play goal. I think we got one here.
All right, man, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, Johnny, back to you.
Thank you, Ken. Matt, you're right. You got a power play here. This is a hold on Zach Parise.
One hand off the stick, and with the left arm, he drapes it over the shoulder of Hampus Lindholm. Kessler out to take the draw, opposing Mikko Koivu. Ducks have been very good in special teams and winning key faceoffs.
Anaheim 0 for 1 on the power play so far tonight. And it comes right to Kemper, who clears himself off the draw. Anderson will leave it, and Vatanen picks it up. Leading scoring defenseman on the power play this season with 12 points. Vatanen's pass errant up the wing will go in behind the net. Kemper feeds it back around the glass. And a little bit flat-footed at the point was Getzlaf. Nearly chipped past him, but Coming over to help out, Vatanen brings it right back in.
Yeah, it's a great read by Sami Vatanen.
Silfverberg on the right wing half wall picks it up. Now the Ducks are set up. Getzlaf and Vatanen work the points. Sammy drives up the left boards on his backhand, puts it behind the net. Kessler throws it off the side of the goal. Silfverberg battling for it, and he spins it right back through the blue paint. Vatanen holds the line. Now gives it to Kessler. Already 2 goals on the night for Ryan Kessler as he shovels it below the goal line, and Maroon feeds it back out high for the captain. Getzlaf across the top. Vatanen finds Kessler. He'll get it to the net. That went off of Maroon and wide on the short side. Getzlaf into the middle. Silfverberg gives it back to him. Quick puck movement. Kessler, one-timer. Pops straight up off of Kemper. Ducks thought it was in the net. Play goes on, and the Wild clear.
They're going to look at it. It was Pominville that came back and got in behind
Pat Maroon.
the goaltender. Pat Maroon, I think, was saying he covered the puck.
Meantime, the penalty down to 30 seconds. Lindholm gains the line. Chases to the corner after it. Bolesky supports, and it squirts free away from Smith-Pelly. All the way around to the near hash mark. Lindholm keeps it down low, right in front. Bolesky pulls it in front and can't stuff the backhand past Kemper. The Wild will lob it all the way back, and Fowler is there to get it.
Well, the Ducks come close, and they probably should have been awarded a penalty shot because it sure looked like Pominville covered the puck with his glove. We'll take a look at it when we come back. 3-2, Ducks ahead.
Well, Rob Martel is on the headset, Brian, and Chris Rooney waiting word from Toronto as during that Anaheim power play, there was a precarious moment in the Minnesota goal crease.
Well, the puck gets in behind Kemper, and you see coming in to make the play, it's Nate Prosser. He covers the puck with his hand right here. That's an automatic penalty shot. You're allowed to push the puck or swat it away. You are not allowed to put your glove, even for a split second, on top of the puck. And I'm sure they're reviewing it to see whether or not this puck crossed the line, but I don't think it does. But more importantly, from an Anaheim perspective, that should have been an automatic penalty shot for the Ducks.
We'll get the word from Rob Martel.
After video review, the puck does not cross the goal line.
But they can't, the situation room in Toronto cannot review whether or not a player covers the puck with his hand inside the crease, unfortunately, because that's exactly what happened. They're just looking to see whether or not the puck crosses the line. But that's a huge break for the Minnesota Wild, and that is a miss on the part of the 4 officials on the ice. The linesman can make that call, by the way. It doesn't have to be just a referee.
Prosser, a product of Elk River, Minnesota. Second tour of duty with the home state Wild, and he makes a big play. Still 3-2. Brodin at the line trying to find a shooting angle, and he scores.
And how often do we see this? A break at one end, and Jonas Brodin, a wonderful young defenseman for the Wild, just throws it into a mosh pit in front of Freddie Anderson. Anderson never sees this. There are 2 Wild players, an Anaheim defender in the shooting lane, and that wrist shot gets through. And you know, I always say, John, when a defenseman snaps a wrist shot, the onus is on the Anaheim defenders in front of the net to knock it down. If you know there's traffic there, the likelihood of your goaltender not being able to see the puck is high. A wrist shot or a snap shot has to be blocked in front of the net. It is big trouble if the puck gets through.
Pominville and Parise were both parked in front. And the Wild have come back from a 3-goal deficit to tie it up here in the second period. First of the season for Jonas Brodin. Maroon knocked to his knees in the corner, keeps the puck alive. Jackman trying to bring it in front. A poke check from Kemper keeps it away. 3 abreast, the Wild the other way, and Charlie Coyle swats it away from Fowler, and then Coyle goes careening into the end wall. Ducks have numbers if they hurry. They're 4-on-3 at the Minnesota line. Maroon just throws it to the net, and that went off of Spurgeon. Fowler follows up and still has it. Taps it behind the net. Maroon brings it in front, rolled off the end of his stick.
Well, the Ducks have had a few where they have brought the puck out from behind that goal line to the front of the net, but haven't been able to get the puck actually on the goal.
Coyle brings it in, and his backhander is blocked, and a penalty coming up to the Ducks. A hooking call. And let's see who they've got. I think it's the rookie Josh Manson with his second minor penalty of the night.
Yeah, this is not a good penalty to take because Charlie Coyle was all by himself. Essentially, it was 1-on-4 down low. There's Coyle. He gets away from Manson, and I think that little reaction where he throws up the hand is what draws the call. It's marginal, but there is contact with the hands that will send Josh Manson to the box.
And a suddenly lifelike Minnesota power play. They scored on their last 2 chances. 2 for 3 on the night, and they get a chance late here in the second period.
It's amazing. You know, their first power play goal, a fortunate bounce off the foot of Clayton Stoner, and I'm sure the weight of the world was lifted off of the power play performers at that point in the game, and then they get a clean goal. And now they have momentum. They've got a little confidence.
The Wild enter the game with only 7 power play goals on the season. They have 2 tonight. Stoner from behind the net. Those 2 goals came 11 seconds apart. Parise gloves down his clearing attempt. Koivu plays it up the boards. It gets away from Pominville. Vatanen down low after it. Under a minute to go in the period. If Anaheim's fortunate, they can break this penalty kill into 2 parts. Stoner delivers the hit down low. Kessler tries to get it back to him, but he can't get it out. Pominville turned away by Anderson. Loose at the top of the goal crease. Getzlaf comes away with it, and he hoists it the length of the ice right into the glove of Kemper.
Good pressure by the Wild, and a point-blank opportunity for Jason Pominville denied by Anderson.
And I think
there's too many men.
The Wild have too many men on the ice, yeah.
And Mike Yeo shakes his head. He knows his team with a boatload full of momentum gets caught with too many men. Good save by Freddie Anderson. See how he builds that wall and that short little challenge. He comes off the goal line. Someone jumps off the bench. I think it's Vanek who jumps off the bench, and it's obvious there are way too many men on the ice for Mike Yeo's Minnesota Wild. So a miscue, a mental mistake made by Minnesota will take some of the pressure off in the Ducks' defensive zone.
So the final 10 seconds of the period played 4-on-4. Vatanen trying to find a shooting lane, throws it to the net, blocked by Brodziak, and that's going to do it. The period will come to a close, and when the third period begins, it'll be 4-on-4 hockey in a 3-3 tie in St. Paul.
When they come all the way back, it was the power play that got it going. The Ducks made a couple of mistakes. The Wild able to take advantage with the extra man. And boy, they have certainly captured the momentum in this hockey game, and it will be up to the Ducks to get back to what they were doing in the opening 20 minutes in the final period of this game.
A lot of storylines at the XL Energy Center. The Ducks jump out to a 3-0 lead early in the second. They lose Corey Perry in the first to injury, and then the Wild jumpstart their comeback with 2 power play goals only 11 seconds apart. They have come all the way back to draw even through 40 minutes of play in St. Paul. Our score, the Ducks 3 and the Wild 3 through 2. To this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, telecommunication to the public, or other unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Anaheim Ducks is prohibited. Anaheim Ducks hockey is brought to you by Honda, official vehicle of the National Hockey League. It's the third period for 2 points between the Minnesota Wild and Anaheim Ducks, tied at 3 after 40 minutes of play. A controversial moment in that second period in which the Ducks were on the power play and very nearly scored, but the controversy is around whether Nate Prosser covers this puck in the goal crease. We got a different look at it here, Brian.
Well, there's no controversy. He covers the puck. He puts his hand on top, grabs it, and then sweeps it forward with the puck underneath. I mean, that's should be an automatic penalty shot. And Prosser got away with one.
Now, I misspoke. The controversy is really surrounding why the call wasn't made, and that'll be the question the Ducks will continue to ask regardless of the outcome here tonight at XL Energy Center.
Well, Anaheim needs to get back to doing what they did in the opening period, which was hard rim the puck, force the Minnesota Wild defenders to turn, go back for it, and to start taking the body again. I really thought this game started to change as the Wild defense, which is a pretty mobile defense back there with Spurgeon and with Brodin playing on two separate defense pairings. They started to get involved in the rush, and all of a sudden it was the Wild that had the puck. The opening period, it was Anaheim's puck, seemingly. But it changed around in the second after Minnesota generated a little momentum off of those two power play goals.
The third period will begin with both teams skating 4 aside. In 47 seconds, Josh Manson will have a hooking penalty expire, and barring any other calls up until that point, Anaheim would then enjoy just a smidge over a minute of power play time, as the too many men on the ice penalty in the final 10 seconds of the second period is still overlapping for the Wild.
And so you see what Bruce Boudreau was doing here. I mean, he's got Cogliano and Silverberg out there for the first part of this 4-on-4, and he's going to come right back, I'm sure, with Getzlaf and Kessler once the Ducks do have that power play.
And Cogliano wins the draw to begin the third period. Hampus Lindholm takes it behind the net. Watched there by Zach Parise.
Maybe Cogliano should take more draws against Mikko Koivu. He'd won 15 out of 20 draws thus far in this game prior to that opening faceoff.
Anaheim struggled in the second period in the faceoff circle, and they're unable to gain the Minnesota zone. Lindholm will skate back for this one, though, and as he had the angle, icing is the result. 24 seconds still left in the penalty to Manson.
Hampus Lindholm continuing to play big minutes for Bruce Boudreau. And through 40 minutes tonight, Lindholm was just under the 15-minute mark. Sami Vatanen led all Anaheim players with almost 16 minutes of ice time.
Nice job to knock down that pass in the neutral zone by Lindholm, and now it's kicked across the line by Cogliano. Cogliano with an assist in this game now has 99 points in his Ducks career. Silverberg behind the net. Feeds it along, and the race between Koivu and Cogliano for it, won by Koivu as he bumped shoulders. Now Manson is out of the box as Scandella's pass goes through the middle of the ice and all the way back. The Ducks on the power play now for another 55 seconds. This is their third man advantage of the evening. They're 0 for 2. Vatanen will start from behind the goal. Erik Haula just skates by him, and he'll carry the mail all the way into the Minnesota zone. Ducks gain the line, and now Getzlaf at the point. Dips his shoulder to get away from Haula. All the way to the dot now. Drops back to the half wall. Into the middle is Smith-Pelly. He's given a lot of room, so he'll play it away. And now back out high, it's Vatanen. For Kessler. Maroon out there as well. He parks in front of the net. Getzlaf takes a high shot that misses everything. Kessler keeps it in on the near side. Maroon behind the net. 15 seconds in the power play. Getzlaf gets it to the net, steered away by Kemper, who stepped out, and then it's spun back on the backhand by Kessler. Getzlaf again recovers possession. To the line for Vatanen. Right back for Getzlaf. It skips through him. The penalty is about over. Fontaine, who was serving it, is out of the box. The Wild are full strength. Down low, Smith-Pelly. Trying to get it in front. Brodin bodies him up there. They both go down. Prosser colliding with Kessler, who wanted a penalty. Fontaine races the other way and scores.
Well, the Wild withstand the pressure with the Ducks on the power play, and Justin Fontaine is going to skate the length of the ice. Watch Kessler in front of the net. He gets knocked down, and no call on that hit from behind. And in skating the length of the ice, it's a bad goal. Frederik Andersen would like to have this one back. Fontaine wires it, but that's almost from the top of the circles. And Andersen, yeah, it is. It's top of the circle. See that puck? It's kind of rolling and knuckling just a little bit, but a save that Anaheim needed desperately.
So Minnesota has their first lead of the night. It's now 4-3.
And the Ducks have to try to come back here in the third. Keith Ballard handles back in the Minnesota zone. He and Prosser, the defense pairing right now for Mike Yo's Wild. And Ballard puts it on the high glass around and in. Mikhail Granlund pitches it along, and it gets away from Parise behind the goal. Paul Mary puts it all the way back for Cam Fowler. Josh Manson will give it to Fowler once more as both teams finish changes. We're early in the third. Minnesota now on top 4-3. Bolesky having trouble with the puck as he brings it into the Minnesota zone. Never got full control. And here's Zucker. He turns on the Jets. Off the glove of Anderson, just wide. To the line, Brodin, and that's blocked in front. Vatanen will charge back. Sammy Vatanen into the Minnesota zone, goes wide on Folin. Turns back, loses his footing, and loses the puck. Christian Folin leads it ahead. Zucker and Coyle into the Anaheim zone. Back for Folin, and a good bit of back checking there as Rennie Bourque got his stick in the way. Off the wall, Jackman works it loose, and now he breaks out as Kessler gives it back to him. Tim Jackman took a shot, came right back to him, and he scored! Tim Jackman gets it back for the Ducks. We're tied once more.
Oh, what a huge goal by Tim Jackman. Yeah, there's something to be said, isn't there, about challenging people and shooting the puck. Jackman just the second goal of this season, but this is a big one for the Ducks. Jackman got the puck. He's on the rush. He looked up, saw the defenseman right in front of him, decided to take the shot. Rebound came right back to him, and he just tapped it through the legs of the goaltender, Kemper. Quick hands of Tim Jackman tie this game up at 4. Boy, what an enormous goal for the Ducks.
Second of the season for Jackman. Last year, after coming over from Calgary in the deal mid-season, he had 3 in 26 games. That's his second in 24 games this season. And we're tied again at 4. Jackman's been one of the guys that Bruce Boudreau has tapped in this game in the absence of Corey Perry, Brian, to pick up some of that ice time. He's found himself at times playing on the top line with Getzlaf. He was out there with Kessler that time. Kessler will get the primary assist on, and the only assist, I should say, on the goal of 337.
One season with the Calgary Flames. It was a career year for Tim Jackman. He had 10 goals in that season.
Well, there's been a lot of talk around the league this season amongst the media about whether or not these so-called tough guys still have a role in this game. If you can still play and fill the role as a tough guy like Jackman can, there is a place for you to play in this league. And he was showing off the skills there. A nice play to get the Ducks back even in this one. Playing the Anaheim zone, having trouble with it was Lindholm, and he pitchforks it out center ice. It bounces away from Maroon, but he doesn't quit on it either, and now he's offside as he does touch inside the Minnesota stripe. Tonight on Ducks Weekly, don't miss Kent French sitting down with Matt Bolesky. We'll also join Hampus Lindholm on his drive to practice, and a very special hockey game. You don't want to miss it. It's Ducks Weekly immediately following Ducks Live postgame show tonight.
Nate Thompson back over. There's Patrick Maroon, big grin on his face. He was jawing with the Minnesota Wild bench.
Thompson wins the draw. He was 11 of 16 on Wednesday against the Flyers. Thompson well over the 53% mark now on the season in the faceoff circle. And he won that one. A lot of pressure on Folin as he goes back to play it. Now chips it back for Brodin. He'll have to give chase to the near side. A couple of Swedish defensemen paired together here, and Christian Folin and Jonas Brodin just thrown into neutral ice. Manson angles it back, and now Brodin wants to regroup. Folin up the middle finds Koivu, and he lays it back. Brodin gets center red, puts it up on the glass and in. The Ducks 5-4 winners in a shootout on Wednesday, and they're in a 4-4 deadlock here in Minnesota. The teams have combined for only 34 shots on goal, but they've lit the lamp a combined 8 times. .14.5 to play as Vatanen puts it in the middle for Kessler. He's already got 3 points tonight. Lays it off. Bolesky takes a shot. It's blocked. And Zucker turns the other way.
That was a big block for Dave Prosser. because Matt Bolesky had a little bit of space there.
Stoner angles it off the boards. Bolesky gets it into the Minnesota zone. Ducks will change. And now Ballard waits while the Wild do the same. Minnesota, very good home team, 8-2-1. They have won 7 of their last 10 coming into tonight, but still just 5th in the Central. Fontaine, who picked up a goal tonight, banks it in behind the Anaheim net. Stoner is there, moves it around, and the Ducks turn it over, and Anderson steps out, makes the save, and covers it as it comes off the end boards. Erik Haula looking to the heavens. He had a chance, but it's still tied. You can look at our Hyundai game summary. It's been a big night for Ryan Kesler right from early on. 2 goals and an assist, but at the end of the night, I think the big news is at the bottom there. Corey Perry, midway through the first period, leaving, and he has not returned.
Yep, no status report other than to say that he won't be back for this one. Ryan Kesler, you mentioned, John, great little pass from Kyle Palmieri, racing through the neutral zone. Both goals similar in that Kesler cranked up the engine and got those legs moving through the neutral zone. And very efficient shooting tonight by Ryan Kesler.
Tied at 4, 13:40 remains, third period at XL Energy Center. Ducks have played a league-high 10 overtime games this season. And they find themselves, as always, in a close one here in Minnesota. Spurgeon hit behind the net by Nate Thompson. Around the boards, Pominville chips it into the middle, and here's Mikael Granlund. He can fly into the Anaheim zone, forced wide. Got around Lindholm, but couldn't keep possession. Pushes it to the end boards, and Parise loses it to Fistrick. Granlund is there, back to the line. Spurgeon didn't hold it in, and as he takes the shot after the whistle for offside, Nate Thompson has a thing or two to say to him.
What a close play. I actually thought Spurgeon was able to keep that puck inside the blue line. Remember, the puck has to come all the way across the blue in order for it to be ruled offside. An amazing story, Jared Spurgeon. Wasn't even on the radar when he reported to camp 4 seasons ago here. He just got great hockey sense. Played 5 years with Spokane of the Western Hockey League.
And the Islanders took him in the 6th round back in 2008, but he never got a chance to play with them. Niederreiter now in the corner for Minnesota. He's their leading goal scorer with 11 on the year, but he can't possess it. And Silverberg cuts into the middle of the ice, poked off his stick on a nice defensive play by Brodin.
Well, that gap so tight for Jonas Brodin.
Vanek missing Niederreiter in the middle of the ice, and Anderson very alertly out to tip that away.
It has been just another incredibly quiet night for Thomas Vanek. They got to be wondering what the heck is going on with him here. He's making $6.5 million a year. Sign him to a 3-year deal, and boy, he has been almost invisible in this game.
A delayed offside is no longer delayed against Anaheim here, and the faceoff will come back out to neutral ice. Teams have traded goals here in the third period. The third period's been a little Achilles heel for the Minnesota Wild this season. They are -5 in goal differential in the third period, far and away their worst period of the season. Ducks looking to make it 3 in a row as Zucker is offside here, trying to get a little angle to get inside of Josh Manson, who was there to help the linesman on the call just in case.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Zucker. He's a little guy. He's listed at 5'11". There's no way he's 5 foot 11 inches tall. 185 pounds. Still just 22 years of age, but he's got some skills, and you can see he's got a little bit of vision in the offensive zone when he gets the puck. He thinks the game very creatively.
Zucker came into the night riding a 3-game scoring streak. Has yet to appear on the score sheet tonight, as now it's Anaheim's turn to go offside. Ryan Getzlaf has had a number of audiences with the Zebras tonight, and he gets another one with Andy McElman explaining the offside call.
Well, plenty of time left in this game. 12 minutes left. Getzlaf has got a good demeanor when he does talk to the officials. He rarely gets over animated unless it's a completely blown call. I think over time that will serve him well with the referees.
He too has a 3-game scoring streak entering tonight. He has 6 points in the last 3 games, but he has yet to appear on the score sheet. He tips this one deep into the Minnesota zone. And Kemper, the goaltender, out to play it up the near side. A bouncing puck, and Manson is able to keep it in. Bolesky gets inside on Scandella, jabs it along. It eludes Palmieri behind the net. Getzlaf is there. Gets it back from Palmieri. Uses the referee as a screen. Sets up Bolesky for the go-ahead goal.
Bang, bang play, and it is the release of Matt Bolesky, and he just feeds this through the goaltender, Kemper. 13th goal of the season and the 6th in the last 8 games for the red-hot Matt Bolesky.
Watch Getzlaf, Brian, use the referee here as a little screen.
Well, look at the vision. See him take a little peek. He spots Bolesky. He knows that he has got inside position on Scandella, so he just puts it into an area, and he lets Bolesky all in one motion. He catches Kemper sleeping a little bit. That puck goes underneath the goal stick, right through the wickets. And a big smile from Matt Bolesky.
So Getzlaf's on the score sheet now, and the Wild did not call timeout, but I think we're getting a goaltending change here. Nick Backstrom has come off the bench. Getzlaf, you could see, was yelling at the official saying, what's going on here? The Wild get a free timeout as Kemper is lifted. He gives up 5 goals on 18 shots, and with 11:32 to go in the third, the veteran Backstrom will spell him.
The Wild trying to buy a little bit of time so that Nick Backstrom can get fully stretched out here. The Ducks victimize Kemper for the 5th goal, and they've got the lead back.
5-4 Anaheim. And here's Jackman intercepting and getting it to the net. Oh, and Backstrom very nearly had that one sneak through him. Bolesky from Getzlaf at 8:28, and now the Ducks try to protect the lead in the third on the road. Around the boards, Jackman has it again. And there's room at center for Maroon. He'll gain the line, takes the hit, rims it around the boards. Jackman is able to get a piece of it to keep it alive. Thompson cycles it along. Maroon has it. And Thompson is spilled, but he'll have to turn the other cheek here. Maroon holding Ballard at bay as he takes it to the end wall and keeps it in his skates. Prosser unable to dig it loose, and Maroon still has it. Good work by Pat Maroon as he works along the wall. Finally cleared by the Wild the hard way. They wave the icing, so Anderson alertly out to play it away. Minnesota trying to change, and his pass skips over the stick of Maroon, so icing is the call.
A little bit of a bad bounce there as the puck just hops right over the stick of Pat Maroon. Nick Backstrom, you come off the bench, you are ice cold. You got about 40 seconds to stretch, and your first shot almost goes right through you. Boy, he boxes that one right back out into the front of the net, and you know when, as the opponent, when you see that, everybody on the bench says the same thing. Let's get some shots, boy. Let's get them in a hurry.
Backstrom in the last 2 seasons, primarily because of injuries, has only played 40 games. And he has not played but 8 times this season. The one-time clear-cut #1 for the Wild here now is firmly entrenched in a backup role. Referee didn't see that one as Folan throws it to the corner, and then he gets in the way as it goes behind the net. Ducks finally come up with it, and back they come. Been a tough night for Rob Martel. He took one off the coconut in the first period, and he's been a puck magnet here in the third.
May have had a lingering effect.
Just past the halfway mark of the third, the Ducks have gone down 4-3 and then back up 5-4 in what has become a wild and wacky game at the XL Energy Center. Stay with us after this wild and wacky one is complete. It's Ducks Live, brought to you by Mazda.
Well, these last 2 Duck games, I mean, it's a shootout win.
Never a dull moment.
Over the Flyers, a 5-4 victory. They've got a 5-4 lead here with... this game does not feel like, John, that either team is going to be able to shut the other guys down completely. Lots of time left in this one.
Getzlaf wins the face-off. Stoner on his backhand, plays it to the corner. Folan steps in front of Palmieri and clears the hard way. It's deflected, though, so no icing. And both teams will get changes. Stoner from behind his own net nearly lost the handle, got center red and gets it deep. Backstrom stays put. He'll let Spurgeon handle it, and Bolesky gives him a rough ride. Getzlaf joins the fray, and it's dug free by Bolesky. Getzlaf looks up, tried to go back door for Palmieri. It's deflected, and Manson will hold it in. Behind the net, Bolesky quickly trying to get it to the captain off the stick of Spurgeon. But again, Getzlaf keeps it alive for Bolesky. He works the wall. And then Smith-Pelly off the bench pounces on it, only to have his shot blocked. Good work by Anaheim as they change while they work in the offensive zone. Manson tried to push the wall. Niederreiter tipped it past him. Fowler rips it up the glass back in. 8:45 to go in the game. 5-4 Ducks, and a loose puck that Smith-Pelly will track down. Chips it to the side of the net. Center to Manson, and his shot is blocked. He gets it back. As he was set up by Bourque, he tries to give it back to Rennie Bourque. And it's intercepted and sent up the middle. Here's Vanek racing after it. Now looks for a trailer, and his pass across broken up by Rennie Bourque. Good play by Bourque, and Smith-Pelly will send it deep the other way.
It sure was. Rennie Bourque, you see the skating ability of Bourque. One of the reasons that the Ducks found him as an attractive option to pick up.
Fistrick swings it around the boards. Jackman stumbled a little bit, scales it up the glass, not out as Folan holds it in with his glove. Lindholm on the backhand, around for Maroon. Pinned to the wall there by Haula. Puck support from Hampus Lindholm, and he'll thread the needle ahead to center. Kessler drops it back. Maroon gets it deep off the wall. Kessler nearly fights his way through Folan to the front of the net. Brodin kicks it ahead. Zucker plays it out, and just out of the reach of Haula. Lindholm quickly plays it back. 7.5 to go in St. Paul. The Wild looking for the equalizer, and they nearly had too many men on the ice again. Hard around and in as Folan takes the bump. It's reversed back, and Vatanen one hands it up the wall. Bolesky gets enough to get it out.
Yep, there's been some good plays in the last couple of shifts by Anaheim wingers who have not been able to pick the puck up cleanly, but have been able to get that puck out.
Prosser gets it through, stick to the corner by Anderson. And the pass back to the point misses Ballard. This will come all the way back to Backstrom. Prosser, pressured by Palmieri, uses the boards to get it back to Ballard, and here's Granlund. Granlund plays it across, and offside is Pominville as he takes it off his skate. The Ducks got down early in the third for the first time tonight, but Tim Jackman and Matt Bolesky have brought them back. They lead 5-4. Well, in case you're just joining us, let's get you up to date. It's time for tonight's AT&T U-verse Rewind, and a 5-4 Duck lead. Unfortunately, the lead story is this. First period, midway through, Corey Perry taken out by a hip check from Keith Ballard. He would leave and has not returned, and it didn't look good for the Ducks' leading goal scorer.
Yeah, could not put any weight on the left leg when he exited the ice surface. Corey Perry is a tall player. He has those long legs. Ballard is a smallish player. When those size defensemen get down into that hip check, low bridge as players will call it, it is a dangerous play.
Ironically, the Ducks lead the Mump Bowl 5-4, but it's the Wild who have lost 5 players to the Mumps this season, and Anaheim who has lost 4. So turning the tables a little bit on what has become a little bit of a strange NHL breakout this season of the childhood disease, the mumps. No Ryan Suter tonight, in case you're just joining us, as he is out with the mumps for Minnesota. Cogliano spilled back in the defensive zone as Silverberg gets it deep at the other end.
Don, we got word the other day that Emerson Edom went down to Norfolk of the American Hockey League, and pretty much as soon as he arrived on the spot, he started to show symptoms, and he has now formally been diagnosed with the mumps as well.
He becomes the 4th Duck, joining Perry, Beauchemin, and Clayton Stoner. Spinning with it is Brodziak. He can't get it to the middle of the ice. The Ducks clear. The strange thing where Minnesota's concerned, as if it's not strange enough to have lost 5 players to the mumps, they're all defensemen that the Wild have lost.
But it makes sense when you think about it. They all sit in the same area of the locker room. They all sit in the same
bench,
area of the bench. They were probably sharing water bottles and towels before anyone was diagnosed with the disease.
Brodziak flipping it towards the Anaheim goal. It's gloved away by Getzlaf. That's some good Colombo work there, Hazy. Inspector Clouseau over here to my right.
More like Clouseau, I was going to say, than Colombo.
Icing the call against the Ducks with just a shade under 5 to go. In a one-goal game, we'll bring the face-off back into the Anaheim zone.
And a big onus, obviously, on face-offs. And, boy, it has been a dominant performance by Mikko Koivu, who will take this draw against Ryan Getzlaf. But he's been an absolute beast in the face-off circle tonight. He's above 75%.
Koivu, whose former coach, compared his work ethic to Sidney Crosby, able to win another draw. And it's Coyle changing directions behind the net, stepping out. Anderson makes a good save, can't cover, still loose and gets the whistle. I don't know if the Anaheim netminder ever covered it, but it was Zucker who stepped out from behind the net and very nearly tied it.
All starts with a face-off win, and the physicality of Charlie Coyle and Mikko Koivu down low creates some issues for Anderson.
We promised earlier in the game, so we have to deliver. It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite, as the Ducks get the go-ahead goal from one of their goal scorers extraordinaire. 13th of the year for Matt Bolesky.
One of the great stories surrounding the Ducks this season. First third of the regular season, no question, has been Bolesky and his evolving into a go-to player offensively for the Ducks.
And I jokingly refer to him as Cy Young. He has 13 goals and 2 assists. Blocker save off the wrist shot from the point from Scandella by Anderson.
And you have to be impressed with the Wild forwards, John, in terms of how they're getting to the front of the Anaheim crease here.
Zucker with a shot, and that may have been tipped by Scandella on the way, and Anderson with one of his better stops.
I mean, it's a tough play for a goaltender when you're sensing that your opponent continues to crash the net one shift after another. And that puck was deflected, I think, off the stick of Sami Vatanen that created the issue for Freddie Anderson. Unfortunately, the tip was high enough away from the goal crease that he was able to react and not only make the stop, but more importantly, corral that rebound, or just as important.
Shots now 23-19 in favor of the Wild, who are pushing. Brodin on his backhand, forced wide by Maroon. Now drops it back as his point is covered, and a long shot misses everything off the stick of Vanek. Parise moves it along, tipped away from Vanek. Nice play there by Vatanen, and that enables Maroon to clear. It was deflected, so no icing. And Kessler goes in after it. He taps it away from Spurgeon, trying to give it back to him with Smith-Pelly, but it's intercepted down low. Maroon knocks it down on the near wall, keeping it in. And now it skips behind the goal. Brodin gets to it quickly. Bounced out center ice. The Wild unable to corral it, and Fowler angles it back in. Plenty of time left in St. Paul as the game clock winds to 3:35. An errant pass will be deemed icing, as it wasn't touched on the far wing by Fontaine.
John, the Wild have been consistent in terms of getting bodies to the front of the Anaheim goal crease as they look for the equalizer. Watch the battle that goes on in front of Frederik Andersen here when this point shot comes in. Good job by Kessler. Just at the moment that the shot is released, a little short, little cross check knocks the Wild forward out of the shooting lane.
False draw as Brodziak wins it. Getzlaf just stood there. Linesman, a little delayed reaction. Another one-goal game between these two teams, and the Ducks are seemingly just fine with that.
Well, they've been forced into this situation, shorthanded all season long. Different lines, different defense pairings, seemingly every game. They have found ways to win.
Getzlaf works down low, throws it to the net, and Backstrom fought that one off as Anaheim had a couple of forwards in the vicinity. Bolesky was there. Vanek has it poked off his stick as he comes the other way at the line. Jackman will lead it back into the Minnesota zone. He's at the end of a shift. He's tired.
Yeah, and it's a smart play by Tim Jackman. Get pucks in deep. Don't risk any kind of a turnover at either blue line. That's what coaches tell their players.
Brodziak does the same. Fistrick looking around, goes back up the near wall. Scandella held it in. Trying to jab it free as Bolesky waits outside the fray. Overcomes Thompson. Still in the skates of Fistrick now dug out, and behind the net, Fistrick runs hard into Brodziak, who goes down. Loose puck picked up by Thompson. Fans wanted a penalty call, they don't get. Brodziak gets back up and has the puck again. Trying to feed it along, now does dig it out, all the way back to the line. Folan's shot blocked on the way.
Good play by Fistrick there, boy.
It's Silverberg who skates to open ice and then pursues all the way into the Minnesota zone. Anaheim able to get changes. It comes right back to Silverberg. He'll pull the trigger over top. Puck held in at the line. Good play by Stoner, who then retreats. And now the Wild possess. It's Zucker up the near side. Lifts it into the Anaheim zone. Stoner turns away from pressure. Zucker took it back. Zucker trying to stuff it from a bad angle. That was blocked back, and it skips away from Spurgeon. No icing. Backstrom out to play. We'll keep an eye on Backstrom now as the game clock under 2 minutes to go.
Now, Backstrom not known as a good puck-handling goaltender.
5-4 the Ducks lead in Minnesota. Pad save by Anderson on the low wrist shot from Granlund. Backstrom still at the top of his crease at the other end as the game clock now at 1.5 minutes. There he goes to the bench. Minnesota will get the extra attacker on. The Ducks work it ahead off the stick of Kessler. Kept in at the point by Brodin. Now it's Lindholm. Hard off the glass. And Smith-Pelly got enough of it to come outside the line. And as Koivu hacks it back in, it's offside.
That's the right call. It's just inches over the blue line. And Hampus Lindholm got on his horse. That puck was behind the net. And this is what you love about the instincts of the young defenseman Lindholm. I mean, he keeps the legs moving. He gets the puck. He wisely uses the glass in the defensive zone, and the Ducks are able to battle it over the line.
Ryan, tonight's Land Rover player of the game, right from the get-go, Ryan Kessler has played a big role in this one. A 3-point night, a couple of goals, doing his usual yeoman's work in the face-off circle and playing physical as well.
Yeah, great night for Kessler. And we talked about the emerging chemistry between he and his wingers, Kyle Palmieri and Matt Bolesky. And Bruce Boudreau would love to be able to keep them together if he can, but of course the injury to Corey Perry kind of upsets that apple cart, makes it more difficult.
Now 21 points on the year for Kessler in 28 games. He's one of the few Ducks who has appeared in every game. So is Nate Thompson there, and he'll see a lot of ice time here down the stretch as a face-off option. And if he doesn't take the draws, he's out as a second face-off option. Now Backstrom will come back into the Minnesota goal crease off the offside call. The face-off from outside the Anaheim blue line. 1:15 to go as they drop the puck. The clock never started on a false draw. Koivu to oppose Thompson.
Still don't understand why they put the goaltender back in the goal crease. Why not put a player back there?
Koivu wins the draw, and Backstrom races right back to the bench. Anaheim able to clear the zone, and now the Wild have to lay it back. The net is empty. 6 attackers on for Minnesota. 5-4 Ducks. A minute remains in the game at XL Energy Center. Parise to the line for Granlund. Plays it across. Gets it back. Takes the shot. That's blocked to the high glass. Thompson will get to it first. Draped by Wild players. Tries to just eat it in his skates for a moment. It comes loose to Vanek. Behind the net. Parise chips it up the boards. Pominville back to the line, and a penalty coming up to Minnesota.
Good tripping penalty. Vatanen went into the corner racing after a loose puck. And Mikko, is it Koivu?
It's Parise.
It's Parise. It's going to get it for tripping. Here's the play. Watch this puck come up the boards. Vatanen is going for it, and Parise with a little bit of a tug on the right leg of Vatanen.
It happens right in front of Chris Rooney, who was trying to get out of the way, and as he was, he just lifted his arm. So Backstrom will have to come back into the Minnesota goal crease because with a penalty call, the faceoff comes all the way back. And the Wild, with 40.9 seconds remaining now, will go shorthanded. You have to think if they can win the faceoff, Brian, they move the puck the length of the ice as quickly as possible and pull Backstrom again.
And this is why Bruce Boudreau still goes with Kessler. And we're going to get a timeout here taken by Boudreau. And I really like this timeout. He's going to rest his stars, his big horses up front. And he has a puck possession lineup up front right now. He's got Kessler and Getzlaf and Maroon. Those are his 3 best cycling forwards. And he just wants them to eat the clock, get the puck down low, and protect it along the boards.
So 40.9 seconds is all that remains. Mike Yeo has the dry erase board out trying to draw something up for his penalty killing unit. And as I said, chances are he's going to try to get his goaltender out if he can.
And remember, he's got speed on the back end. He's got Spurgeon out there, who will, of course, have the green light to jump into the play.
The upside, if you're Minnesota, is you don't really have to move the puck up the ice. You can just fire it the length of the ice. But they're running on a racetrack. Under a minute to go. 5-4 Ducks, and it's Kessler to oppose Koivu. In the circle to the left of Backstrom. Backstrom came in midway through the third to spell Darcy Kemper. And it's a face-off win for Kessler. Maroon has it in his skates. It squirts free. Lindholm taps it over. Getzlaf just hangs on to it. Into the middle, Kessler back to the line, and they'll play keep away if they can. Vatanen puts it behind the net. Maroon keeps it on the dasher. Getzlaf picked up by Scandella. Still possesses, saucers it over. Vatanen winds and fires. Big rebound off of Backstrom, and it comes all the way out center ice. Vatanen hammers it back. Backstrom quickly to the bench. And the extra attacker on for Minnesota as Kessler kicks it back into the Anaheim zone. Vatanen plays it away. 4 seconds left. Lindholm sweeps it ahead. Kessler ran into the linesman, and that'll do it. Kessler looks back at the linesman and says, I could have had a hat trick, but it doesn't matter. The Ducks win tonight in Minnesota.
They win the draw. They own the puck, and the Wild can't get one final crack at Frederik Andersen. Another Wild game tonight. Anaheim needed 5 goals to get the 2 points here, but they continue their mastery over the Wild in this building. 5 consecutive wins now for the Ducks at the XL Energy Center.
All by 1 goal, and despite all the adversity, the injuries, more adversity tonight with Corey Perry leaving in the first and not returning due to injury, they managed to get points. They get 2 tonight in Minnesota. They've won 3 straight as they defeat the Wild at XL Energy Center by a score of 5-4. Stay with us. Ducks Live is next.